do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now they try the right side here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Mariota now. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. On 1st down, Dean. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Dean. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Bravo!
They'll run it now out of the gun. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
That's it, baby.
The 45-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's is into the clear. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. Now it's Locke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw it is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's get that ball, defense. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Caught by Allen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 3rd down gain of 19. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Ready? 90, Wolf. Defense wins championships, baby.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Check right, check right.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Let's go. Out. Check 52.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
Single.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
You got him. You got him.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check flag 47. Here we go, here we go. 1, 2. 7's the mic, 47's the mic. Go. Go. Shit. 1. Slam. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. He goes to use you. He comes to me, it's me.
They'll try to run this one in. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll try to run this one in. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away.
A loss of a yard.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. From the 31, blocked. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From from the gun on third down. Locke. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 30. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
And it's third down.
Hey, hold on. 59. So don't say nothing. Shit.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on second down. Lock under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch. Watch twins. Check three.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Get that quarterback. Check 9. Back. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a give this time to the tailback. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
I got you.
They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 21 yards away. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, they scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. They'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Lock now to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They look to throw. It's locked. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Block working out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lock to throw for it on 4th. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
59. Keep it up, defense, keep it up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
1st down.
Ready. 59. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Patch it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the sack on first down, Locke, he's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Locke to throw. He's got his tight end fan. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Locke now, just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 42-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.